the scary sound.
So jumping right in, my eyebrows are already covered, my foundation is already on. To start work on the mouth, I'm going to lightly sketch out the hollows of the cheekbones, and I'm going to shade the back half solid with some black eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to take a blending brush, and without any additional product, I'm going to start to shade the top of the hollows of the cheekbones downward. I didn't use any additional product because I didn't want it to be too pigmented, but you could always add a little more if you feel like it's not dark enough. Next, I began to create tears in the skin using a black eyeshadow and a small dense brush. I sketched them out first and then I just filled them in solid. I made them unsymmetrical so that either side's different. I didn't want them to look the same. I wanted it to be very natural. Next, I simply sketched out the outline of the teeth. I didn't want them sharp, but I wanted them almond shaped. And then after that, I just sketched where the gums met the teeth and then shaded along the tops of the gums. And here I'm just darkening the shadowing in the back of the gums so that it appears that they're sunken in, and it'll just add more depth into the mouth. I furthered the shading of the hollow of the cheeks by just making long, curved vertical strokes downward with no additional product on the brush. Next, I took a clean packing brush and colored the teeth with yellow eyeshadow, and then I just took an orange eyeshadow and shaded the part of the tooth that's closer to the gums. I then took a light concealer with a liner brush and added a highlight to the top of each tooth, and I also added a highlight to some of the bottoms of each tooth. Now I did put a stronger highlight on the teeth towards the front of the mouth, and I did shade more on the teeth towards the back of the mouth. And now with the liquid liner, I'm just sharpening up the outline between the teeth so that they'll appear a little sharper and more crisp. and I just continued hardening lines around the mouth where I thought it was necessary. Next, I concealed the under eyes with a lighter concealer, and I brought it up the cheekbones and to the bridge of the nose. Next, I'm taking my finger and framing the underneath of my jawline with some red face paint, then I'm dragging it down my neck. On the right side, I chose to use blue face paint, so I wanted a contrast, so on the left side, I used red. And then I took a blue eyeshadow and a small dense brush and added vertical shading throughout the red on my neck. Moving on to the eyes, I started by sketching a new brow bone using a very small dense packing brush and black eyeshadow. I then took a packing brush with more black eyeshadow and went onto the inner corner under the brow bone and then blended everything out. Now I'm taking a small dense brush and I'm sketching out the furrow in my brow and then just slightly blending it all down and dragging some of the shadow down under my eye. And now taking some blue eyeshadow, I'm going to pack it onto the middle of the eyelid and right under the eye and then just blend it out. Next, I sketched out my crow's feet with some black eyeshadow and a very small dense brush, and then taking that same brush, I sketched out my under eye bag. And taking that same light concealer from before, I'm going to highlight right above the eye bag and then right on the top of the brow bone and just clean everything up. Next, I'm going to sketch up my teardrops with a warmer tone concealer, and then I'm going to fill it in with an orange eyeshadow. I also added some pink and violet eyeshadow in some parts and lined it with a liner just to make it very three-dimensional. Then I just quickly popped on some lashes off camera. Now for the forehead, I simply added vertical shading, altering between colors, very, very bright colors, just to brighten up the look as a whole. I also brought the same shading that I had on the forehead down the temples until the ears. Next, using a blending brush, I added some pink eyeshadow to the outsides of the ears and then some blue eyeshadow on the inside of the ear. For the shoulders, I took a blue face paint and I lined the top of my collarbone with my fingers, and then I simply jugged the face paint upwards. I then took a red eyeshadow and made vertical shadows within the blue, similar to how I did under the jaw. And lastly, for my nose, I drew a circle on the tip of my nose using very light concealer, and then I went on top of that with a red eyeshadow to make sure that it was as vibrant as possible, and then I put the red face paint and I covered the entire circle. To finish off the nose, I added a small white curved line onto the middle of the nose, and I aligned the bottom of that line with a black eyeliner. I really hope you guys like this look as much as I did. I do have an Instagram account for all of my makeup, so I'm definitely going to link that down below. But for now, just make sure you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys next time.